So in the past couple days, I've been trying to go into arena and clip where I die. Now this was harder than I thought because most of the times I was dying, it almost felt as though it was a completely unteachable, unlearnable moment. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how I should have gotten out of the crappiest situations. And then the other timestamp is going to be the best moves that work in arena. Use code KenBeans in the shop. It helps a ton. And let's start out with tip number 1. For the most part, I can almost guarantee you that every single person, that whether or not you've been playing Fortnite for a long time or a short time, I still catch myself doing the most unoptimal edit on the planet. This is a really common spot. Whenever you shoot someone, I should have jumped and reset the stair. You know how many times I think I'm taking someone off guard when I just get shot in the face? It's actually triggering. But yeah, it literally looks just like this. I would have jumped, reset, and then he would have probably shot the stair, broke it, and then I shoot him. Now, this is something that happens to me that's super annoying, and I know that this can even happen to the best of players. I'm not looking down enough when trying to place this wall, and as you can see, I place it kind of last second after I get shot, and then I die because of it. This was in my last video where the same sort of thing happened. You can see I'm not looking down enough, which is the whole reason why I'm delayed when placing this wall. Now, one of the other things is when I verse someone who's kind of good at the game or they know what they're doing, I'll be hammering up at the worst times. You can see right here, I just be getting shot for no reason. I probably shouldn't have done that. We've only been through a couple examples, and I know you might think, Kenny, is that really it? If you come to my streams, you see me die a lot in arena. There's plenty of other examples I have where I die. You can see here I'm getting pinched, and then here I make a 50-50 edit after I crack someone and I'm weak. I mean, if we're being honest, I die a decent amount. But if I were to walk through the most boring things on the planet, I think no one would watch the video. So with a few out the way, I'm going to show you some of the moves that I actually use a ton in arena that really do work against good players. This is hands down one of the most useful things I know. I pick up one kill and there's another guy trying to push me. And when I had 2 boxes like this, I just edit out the other wall, cone and wall him. And now he's kind of stuck in this little situation here. This is a move that works a ton against players. I'm putting this at the front because I have to say this is the absolute best move to use whenever you're fighting someone. Any pro you watch and any player I verse in arena, I'm always doing this side jump. You can see as I'm doing this side jump, I'm high walling up and landing on a stair, and that's it. You can see it literally leads to the easiest piece control. My crosshair barely moved throughout that entire 5 seconds of gameplay, and it lines me up with the perfect shot. Practice this in creative if you don't do it already, even against 1v1 in complete drones. Side jump, high wall, double stair. So here's something that's subtle, but you can see I crack this guy, all this jazz, but when I'm rolling up to his box, I try and take the wall and edit it from being really far back. I think a general rule of thumb, it's safe to say that you want to be further back when you're making edits. Here's something that more medium players probably don't do too well. Every single time I'm trying to piece control this guy and get in his face, notice how I'm making the conscious effort to do it behind a window edit and do it safely. And then after I shoot him and I get him in another wall, I'm using the corners so that I can't be seen. This is a good reminder to not 50-50 and you could still get good clips. Now, this is the most subtle thing on the planet and probably you don't know about this. I'm trying to do all these fancy stuffs, trying to do all these retakes. But when it came down to it and I needed to get in this guy's face, notice how when I'm attacking him going straight on, I full box him and curve to the right. Like I'm swerving across his screen in a really fast motion and he literally missed every shot. I picked this up by just dying to a bunch of pros. They always use their movement in the perfect way. It's little tips like that that will save the game against someone who's good. This is the most dominant spot to be whenever you're box fighting someone. On the corner of these 2 walls, especially when they don't have anything inside their box. As you can see, the harder I play on the corner, the harder it is for this guy to shoot back or just do anything. It's definitely the best way to keep up pressure. Now, whenever I have the Excalibur, you could do this little trick where if someone places a build right away, you just shoot it, and then I use that to let the wall break, and I hold my own wall. I died to a pro one time like this, and ever since then, I always keep this in mind. Ideally, the goal in the fight is to get in their face and just hit your shots. And you can see I'm keeping the pressure up out of this guy, and as I'm breaking this floor, I realize that he's trying to side jump. So I'm moving over to the right and just trying to cone his bottom, so it messes up his jump. And that's how I lined up a really good headshot and an L dance. So it's like I'm trying to get in his personal space before he hits the ground. Now here we go again at the start where I just hammer up and just take all this damage. But I do manage to turn this around. Free firing on the edge of your build is literally the most go-to way to get kills. The best tier 1 pros you're gonna watch always pre-fire shots. Now I'm not sure who needs this reminder, but the best window edit is always on the furthest side from you. People will naturally just fall in place on window edits like this. So if I edited something in the middle, Jiven would have had a really good angle to shoot me. This is why I'm always trying to piece control on the furthest window edit. Now this was in the first solo cash cup and this was opens, and the absolute best time to shoot someone is literally right at the start when they first swing their pickaxe. At the start of a fight, no one really knows how sweaty you can be. So if you can snap a quick shot, just kind of like I did, it should get you pretty free damage. This was another one. Rolling up on this guy, this is where things got kind of sketch. I hit him pretty hard, so I roll up and I need a W key. So when I take the wall, I do a 50-50 edit and get shot. Now from here, instead of making another wide edit, I just make a quick one and reset it so he thinks to shoot. And then when he shoots, I shoot back and place the wall. Now I'm still in control here, so I quick jump to the left and shoot and reset. Even with left hand peeks, you will still be able to use it like a right hand peek. I know that sounds stupid, but in certain situations just like this where you can kind of pop your head out real quick, 90% of people will never time this correctly. Now this is the fastest move to kill someone, and if you have low ping, you are literally going to get this a lot. This was in the solo cash cup too, keep in mind. So this guy isn't a complete drone, but the fact how I just go in there, spray the wall quick, cone wall, it's the cleanest looking kill. Now here's someone who was contesting me at my drop. He completely surprised me and has me so low on health. So I impulse up, I grab the height, and now I'm still being pressured. So as I'm healing, I realize that he's trying to come up, and what people do all the time, he swung his pickaxe and then turned his cone into a stair to exploit in. This is to make me believe, oh my god, I have no time to react. I flip the cone, edit, and go out to go above him because now I have double edits. I've had double edits like this, but this one was one of the cleanest ones. It's because I did the double edit before placing the floor, so I had to be in the perfect spot to be directly on this wall right here so I can get the edit on him before I do anything else. This is like a small little trick that against someone who's a sweat just like this guy in the solo cash cup finals, I was able to get the kill. Now this one could be a little obvious, but the absolute best peek to make on a stair is when you flip it just like me. So you see I shoot this guy, I have him full box, and now this edit right here, he can like barely see me. Now notice another guy rolls up and I miss a sidewall. I'm not worried about getting all the piece controls sometimes. It's worth to get a couple shots rather than to try and just go for a full box and risk dying. Now I messed up a little bit on this play, but back to the pre-fire aspect, the best way to do it is when you're on the edge of another build. So I shoot him and place the wall outside this box. Now just in case he got that wall, I was already falling off the stairs, so I literally couldn't be shot. This fight was really sweaty and I was actually pretty dang weak during this whole thing, so I can't get shot here. Now whenever someone drops on my wall like this, you're gonna see how I just ramp above them. Now I have the height and I can probably go for a different play rather than being choked in my box. Lots of people are scared to go for height, I think, in this spot. Even in a spot like this, I'm always trying to stay close to that corner as possible, giving myself the strongest chance to get a right hand peek. This is a quick reminder to always run to the peak first and then I jump up. I feel like this gives me a way stronger chance at not getting shot at all. What I don't do is run to the left and jump. I kind of run to the left first and then I go up. When I'm really low on health, this is how I play slow so that I don't get shot. In a day or two after this video is posted, check out my most recent solo cash cup. Probably going to be on the screen right now unless you're super early noti gang. It's been your man Ken. I'll see you in the next vid. Peace.